Lee is with us in Washington, D.C. Hi, Lee. How are you?
I'm doing okay, thanks. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. How can I help?
I've been married a long time, almost 18 years, and about 2 years ago, my husband found out that I had spent about $30,000 and didn't tell him. So within that time frame, we had lost a child. So he separated the money, and I went back to work to try to pay off my part of the debt. Well, when I realized I haven't really done much, so I asked him if he would take FPU with me. Previously, we had done your plan, but we hadn't taken FPU, and he told me no, he doesn't want to take it with me because he doesn't see any progress. So I'm just calling to find out if you think I should take it on my own.
How long have you been married? You
Almost
said 18 years. I'm
years.
sorry. How long ago was this that you disclosed that you had lied to him about $30,000?
I didn't disclose. He found out.
Oh.
I wish I would have disclosed. It would have turned out much better. About 2 years ago.
And what is the lack of progress is what in his mind? That you've not paid the debt down, or that you're still just spending like crazy?
A little bit of both. Not spending like crazy, but not putting all of my money that I'm currently making, or most of it, on the debt.
What are you doing with it?
I have no idea. Foolishness, I guess. Not really anything. I buy things here and there, and I kind of pay the minimums on my debt, and that's about it.
Well, this is a difficult deal because there's kind of two sides of the equation for me. And let me just kind of talk it out with you, okay? There's your side of the equation where you lied big time to your husband. He caught you, so he doesn't trust you anymore. Since then, you took a job, but that's really all you've done to fix the mess. Because more importantly than you not taking a job or taking a job is that you haven't changed anything. You're still disorganized. You're still not handling money. You're still spending it all. That's problem number one side of the equation. The other side of the equation is I really don't like a situation where a husband is treating a wife or a wife is treating a husband over a 2-year period of time as if you're his daughter and he's punishing you, trying to make you learn a lesson or something. That's not a healthy marriage solution either. So I don't like his solution. I don't blame him for being pissed off, but I don't like his solution, and I don't like your behavior, your unwillingness to change. And so you guys really have a lot of stuff to work on. I do think the best scenario is for you to earn his trust by handling money well, but not by being abandoned by him, but by working with him. And so I think his abandoning you to your mess is unhealthy, and I think your lack of change is unhealthy because you're not, I don't blame him for not trusting you. You haven't earned any. But I also do blame him for just leaving you out there on your own. You're not a petulant teenager. You're his wife of 18 years. And so, I would approach this a lot differently. It might even be more uncomfortable for you if I were married to you. Because we would be working on this, or we would be working in the marriage counselor's office to bring our marriage to an end. Because you're going to freaking get to... I'm not going to be married to somebody I can't trust.
Right.
Not for a long time. I mean, I'll work with you for a while, and I'm not lacking in grace, but eventually... it's just like if someone's an alcoholic, or if someone's, doing drugs, and they say, I'm clean. Well, the only way somebody wants to stay married to a former addict is they come clean, stay clean. But when that trust is just continually broken, eventually they give up, and they go, well, I would just be crazy to stay in this cycle. So, that's kind of what he's facing, but he's not handling it very well. So I think I would suggest FPU for both of you and marriage counseling for both of you. And if he won't go to either, I would just go to marriage counseling and wait on FPU until you can get him to go with you.
Okay.
Because I'm afraid this is going to make it worse. It might help you, but I don't want to drive a wedge between you and him any further. You follow me? I want your marriage to be healed. I don't want it to be any further than this. So,
and he did pay off all of anything with his name on it. He's paid off.
yeah, I know, but there's a level of selfishness here on his part. I mean, if he gets sick, you got to make him soup in bed. So it's for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in stupid and not, until death do us part. I mean, that's how that works. And so you're all in when you're married. It's not like, well, this is not a joint venture where you can just go, well, I'm not going to fix my partner's problem. It's your wife, for goodness sakes. So now I tell you what you might do. And again, the big answer is you need a marriage counselor. Okay, big time, both of you. Now the smaller answer might be, and don't do this instead. In other words, do that one. But as a part of this, what if you sat down with him and said, okay, I'm going to go through financial peace. No, I'm not. I'm going to start working on my budget. Would you help me with it?
Okay.
Would you help me do a written plan? And then would you work with me and show me, because you're better at handling money than I am, and help me, put together a game plan to pay down on this debt. And then if I do that for 2 months with you helping me, would you go to FPU with me then?
I will try that.
And try to create a conversation, a dialogue here, then, say, under what circumstances would you go to FPU? And will you help me with this? Or are you just going to abandon me? Because you're not saying I did a right thing. You're not defending it. I didn't hear you anyway. I think you said I did. What I did was stupid.
Was foolish.
Yeah. Okay. So I think you just reach out and go, hey, help me with this. And you're not asking. I'm not saying by help. I'm not saying ask him to write a check today. Although I think you should write checks, but I think that comes later. But I think today you're just saying, help me by coaching me and showing me how to do this and walking with me, and then I'll take my money and do with it what you would do if you were doing this. How would you handle it? And so, just try to get him involved in your situation. And if I do that for 2 months or 3 months, would you agree then to go to FPU? And would you agree to sit down with a marriage counselor with me, because we've got a mess here? Because you got some pretty seriously damaged trust. I tell you, Lee, what some people don't realize is we call it financial infidelity in the financial coaching world. And for some people, it's hard to believe, but for some people, this broken trust is harder to get over than sexual infidelity. For some people. Now, that wouldn't be the case with me, but it would be. But for some people, it touches the same place in your soul. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.